What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, come on, y'all. Where we at? We on TikTok. What's up, TikTok? Where we at on YouTube, Instagram, Facebooks, wherever we at, man? Where are we? What's good? Where are we tuning in from? I know some of y'all probably sleep. That's the nature of most of y'all. But I need y'all to do me a favor, share this video out, and please smash the like button as soon as you come on the feed. You don't have to follow Sabir. I'm not a person that wants you to follow him, believe him, but research everything. So listen, do me a favor, smash the like button. Let me know where y'all tuning in from, and you can jump on the feed. But when you come on this feed, please come to the cipher with some facts, not your feelings. So somebody got to go check and see if we good on Instagram. See if we good on Instagram, y'all. Can somebody check Instagram? Because I know they don't want this type of information out to y'all. So do me a favor. Somebody go on Instagram and see if we rocking out on Instagram. Okay? Before we start. I'm on my Instagram. See if everybody can go on Instagram. Okay? If you got a problem with Sabir, it's all good. Leave your emotions at the door. You know what I'm saying? And let's rock out. We are live in Philadelphia. It's 10:20 p.m. 10:20. Please smash the like button, people. Please hit the support button. It does help. Smash like, share, and support. But if I open up the lines, remove your feelings and come with your facts. What's up, Jamal? What's up, Jarrell, Stan? Where we at?
Yeah, check it. We live from the cipher. It's the knowledge igniter. Sabir Bey, true speaker, soul. Yeah, check it. We live from the cipher. It's the knowledge igniter. Sabir Bey, true speaker, soul provider. Traveling lands with a book in his hand, dropping gems like grains of sand in the plan. Graffiti walls talking, breakers keep rocking, MCs blow proper while the DJ's chopping. But knowledge is the key that unlocks the gate. Fifth element, repping, never showing up late. Crowd call was still. What's the
Hit the link, baby. Let's go.
Let the vinyl play. It ain't just rhymes, beats, tags, and spins. It's the wisdom within where the change begins. See kings wear crowns, but the wise stay grounded. Every word Sabir drops got the people astounded. History decoded, lies unfolded. Truth on wax got the mainstream corroded. From Philly to Morocco, Spain to LA. Keep building with the youth like the past. Sabir Bey.
The links are up. The links are up, baby.
Turn it up, let the vinyl play. Laying quotes like hip-hop is more than music. It's knowledge, travel and learn. So while the world breaks dancing and the break hands paint, remember real soldiers never move like saints. They teach, they reach, they rise, they elevate. Sabirs on the front lines, opening gates. So to the traveler, cultural ambassador, the fifth element. No gimmick, no amateur. Legacy deep like the roots of the game. Sabir Bay, we chanting your name. Now the crowd call response feel. What's the feel? We ask you, who's the guy? Who's the guy? Turn it up, let the vinyl play. Turn it up, let the vinyl play.
Woo, damn, look at it. No, look at everybody scared. What y'all too busy? What y'all too busy? Hit the link. This is why I said, people, man, you can't blame this European for nothing. I need y'all to stop blaming this white man, because y'all Negroes is pathetic, bro. Some of y'all is pathetic. We don't need to be on your time, Spear. I don't need you to be on my time. Really don't. But the funny part is we love pointing fingers. So it is actually 10:24, and I'm just eating at 10:24. For y'all probably ate like 10 meals today. I'm literally gonna eat my Philly steak, my vegan Philly steak. And you notice it's in here. It's from Nourish. Let me help you out. I didn't even eat it yet. I just took a bite. So this is how much work I put in. A servant. I didn't even look at that. Y'all probably ate 5 times today. 5 times today. So I went to Nourish after I left my man Joey Molino's spot. I went to Nourish. So, I went up to Hakeem Bookstore. When people, you don't see none of these so-called black conscious people in none of these so-called black conscious places. But they don't promote ACAF. They don't promote no African black bookstores, but yet you think these people about black people. Shabir, you hate black people. I don't hate nobody, bro. I just know it's a lot of hypocrites amongst our people. And I hope my brother George can get on the feed. And if you're watching this feed and you keep typing, jump on the feed if y'all confused about something. I was talking to my man George coming from I was coming from Nourish, and we were going back and forth about our people, man. And I'm so sick. I'm tired. My feet hurt. I need a relaxation. I need to chill for a minute. For real. I'll be running like a mug. And again, it's so much work in this, brother, what I do. And it's not about bigging me up, but I just want y'all to understand how much work that's really into this. When you say you work 9 to 5, but you probably sit on your ass. There's a lot of work in this. So I was in West Philly today, and I went to Hakeem Bookstore. And then I went across the street and did a film. My phone was even dying. That's how serious things are. My phone dies. Hungry as hell. Walking around, figuring out I got to hurry up and get to this place, get to that place. I don't have nobody chauffeurs picking me up, taking me to all these places. But I had to jump in the lift to go down to my man Joey Molino's spot. If y'all don't know who Joey Molino, I'm going to just show y'all who he is first and foremost. I had to go holler at him at his spot. And the only thing I had down there was fries because they eat meat. And I told him, I said, Joey, you should get a what's the name? A vegan meal. So if y'all don't know who this guy is, Joey Molino used to be the mob boss right here. Okay, for the record, just in case you don't know who he is, okay? Y'all can look him up. Shout out to my man Snuff too, if y'all want to know who Joey Molino is. So why am I saying this? Because I'm down there talking to all the Italians, and they are niggas. Italians are niggas too. Like the real Sicilian niggas, like, and I'm feeling Philly, man. I'm like Philly, right? So I'm in Philly, And I had to hurry up down there to go catch him because I kept saying, I'm gonna go. I gotta get down there. So let me just share with y'all before we start the show. So please share this video, people. Please like it. Please support it. Okay. Please like it. Please support it. If you have nothing to say about this program like this, get off my feed. Okay. And if you got something to say, click the link and come on the feed. So that's my brother in the green. That's Joey Molino. That's me. That's Little Snuff. And that's my brother, One Punch. So the funny part is with One Punch, he's the box too. One Punch, he said, yo, he was telling Joey and them, he said, yo, this is my man. This Sabir was that dude. He changed his whole life around. He said, I learned so much from Sabir. Go to One Punch. Go to One Punch Carter. Simon Carter. Go to him. Go to his page on Instagram. You'll see it up there. This is in the heart of Philadelphia, baby. This is the heart of Philadelphia. So I came all the way from 52nd Street, going around trying to cover everything in Philly. You would never see Umar Johnson nowhere. And again, if you don't know who Joey Molino is, you should look him up. So it was so funny when we was down there. And the whole time we down there, I was like, these are, when you really sit around them, I said, these are niggas. You see that says Skinny Joey in the back? Go look it up. Go find out who he is. See, the thing is that I'm from the real Philly, baby. I'm from the real South Philadelphia. And it was so funny how many people had hammers on them. I said, nigga, god damn, nigga, I ain't been around this type. And you would never know who had it unless you know the people. So don't play with me, B. I'm not one of these woke conscious cats that just came out of the door, okay? I've been around and I still go to every hood, every place, and I record everything and I relate it to my life. This is Sabir Bey's life. So get used to it. If you want to come on the feed and talk to me. But please look those people up in there. Okay? Let's go. Let's start it up. Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's go. Yes, my brother said push the like button. Please hit the share and subscribe.
I'm gonna say the truth though.
Let's go.
I like to read a lot. Books be uplifting me. Words help you see a lot. This book was a gift to me. Chuck D presents this day in rap and hip hop history. It's a reference book. It puts important dates in a list for me. Jamel Shabazz, A Time Before Crack. A photographic history of hip hop from way back. His Martha Cooper's hip hop files, Charlie Ahern, Wild Style, and 50 Cent's 50th Law. I used to read this to my child. Sometimes I look at my library and I smile, because if I can't find it on the shelf, I know it's there by file. Meanwhile, there's other books with other hooks and outlooks. I like to cook, so I read about cooks. I can't live without books. I like books, I recite books, I even write books a lot. Science of rap, ruminations, gospel of hip hop. But let me spit a quick list, a book list that's really short. The first book that you should get is really a passport. Travel, rap, ruminations, gospel of hip hop. But let me spit a quick list, a book list that's really short. The first book that you should get is really a passport. Travel, that's key. But the books, rap, ruminations, gospel of hip hop. But let me spit a quick list, a book list that's really short. The first book that you should get is really a passport. Travel, that's key, but the books cannot lock it. Unlock your mind by reading lines of new topics. Place your outlets on books of real black knowledge. Beginning with Carter G. Woodson, I'm paying homage. His book, Miseducation of the Negro, is essential for freeing your mind from the slavery that is mental. Turn up this instrumental. You ain't dealing with an amateur. I'm reading Walter Rodney, How Europe Undeveloped Africa. That's the man to thank, high rank. Let's look at the birth of Black America by Andrew Frank. Take that to the bank. Let me rock again, hip hop again. Check out Africa, mother of Western civilization by Yosef Ben Yakinen. Check out Black Man of the Nile again by Yosef Yakinen. Civilization or Barbarism by Shank and Tajop, and then Black Indians by William Loring Cass. Take it back, anything Ben Yakinen. Check out Black Man of the Nile again by Yosef Yakinen. civilization or barbarism by Shank Enter Shop, and then Black Indians by William Loring Katz. Take it back. Anything by Dr. Cornel West, you need to go get that. Michael Eric Dyson, all his books, go get all of that. Henry Louis Gates, PBS, show support for that. I'm like Bannock, go with the almanac. Books, I got the tallest stack. The Brooklyn Public Library, yeah, that's where I started at. I read up everything, every book that I could see. While these others went to college, I got my knowledge for free. Philosophy, theology, paleoanthropology, mythology, economy. I study these subjects entirely for free. It was free. You got to see me. It was free. Open your eyes and see. It was free. You got to see. Good things in life are free. Don't waste your money. Let us continue on the menu with these reference books, like the Oxford English Dictionary. For words, it's a better look. It deals with word history before and after them. But it's funny, in the A section, you can't find the word African. But these books, don't start trashing them, bashing them, harassing them. It just shows accurately the racism to the maximum. Here's American Heritage Dictionary, 4th edition. Here's what it looks like when we look at the definition of Shirley Chisholm. Keep the wisdom and the complication. Shirley Chisholm was the first Black woman to seek the Democratic presidential nomination. You talk about breaking new ground, Shirley's profound. But in the American Heritage Dictionary, this is nowhere to be found. This is an American Heritage Dictionary reference. And Shirley Chisholm's run for president doesn't get one sentence. I'm just pointing it out. Scholarship, what it's all about. Don't just read. Find out what these authors are all about. Free! It was free! You got to see me!
Any foundational Black Americans, y'all can come to this floor for it.
It was free! Open your eyes and see! It was free! You got to see! Good things in life are free. Don't waste your money.
Don't waste your money. You can jump on the cipher with me, baby. So listen, this is a newspaper I did in 2003. And in 2003, I'm still asking this question, and y'all are scared to death. Why are the so-called Black Americans confused about their American Indian and Moor connection? And look how many people that's on TikTok. It's probably more people on TikTok than it is on YouTube. Because you know why? A lot of you Black folks are hypocrites. Y'all don't know how much work it takes. So I wish my brother George would come on it, because I was having a conversation with my man George, and I love the dialogue. I was on the phone with him, and we was having this conversation of back and forth about what we suffered, and it was kind of crazy that I was like, he said he was talking about what we don't know. Like I said, whose responsibility is it? It's your Black leader guys. You can go get anybody from the Nation of Islam on down, baby. Go get them. Let's talk about it. Go get your gods of the earth, 5%ers, whatever. So I went down to what's up, Karima? I went down to Joey Molino's spot, right? And the whole time I'm down there, I'm sitting up and saying, these are niggas. Like, they niggas, man. Like, they act like niggas, talk like niggas. It was so funny. So one of the guys that was down there, he showed me his hammer. You know, it was funny because he said he was born on Naples. He was born in Naples. I don't know if you know where Naples is at. Do you know where Naples at? Anybody on this feed? Naples. This is the weird part. I'm going to help you out, right? So,
Isn't it in Italy, Naples, Italy?
Yeah. What part of Italy?
Maybe southern.
Yeah, right. So the crazy part, right? So we sitting there. And I'll say, and it was two of them. One had a Rocky shirt on. The other one, it was funny because one had a Rocky shirt on. We was talking, and I said, "You know, y'all niggas, right?" And he laughed. This motherfucker laughed, right? I said, "You know, you're a nigga, right?" So I was down, and there was shout out to the brother. His name is Hennessy. He's from Liberia, right? I was talking to a brother. Yeah, it's a brother. Y'all call him Black. He was there. He was working there too. All Italians. You had all of us in there, right? And this is what I want you to understand. Like, you know, I was on, and this is how you was in a car with me. When I don't think you heard the part when the brother was saying Italians don't like us. Did you hear that part when I was Karima, when I was in the car and he said Italians don't like us? And I said, we don't like each other. We hate each other. We hate each other. Like literally, like, so he said, my brother George, and I wish he was on here, and we going back and forth. Your experience and my experience and y'all experience may be different. Like, we look how nasty we treat each other. Let's be realistic. And I said, he was like, yo, we need to have this type of dialogue. We do. Even amongst our people in the conscious community is bad. Y'all niggas hate me in the conscious community. Y'all think I'm playing? Mention my name in the conscious community. And ask them why you don't like Sabir, right? So we going back and forth, and I'm on the phone with my man, and we arguing. It wasn't really arguing, but it was like, they don't like us. I said, we don't like us. We hate each other. We hate each other to the point that we would kill each other. I said, don't Italians kill each other? Don't Irish people kill each other? They all kill each other. So is it a black on black? You know what I mean? Like, how is it set up? Like, right? So when you actually know the history, like I grew up, and I was telling the guy I was talking to, I grew up around this. Joey used to be like hanging on our side. If you don't, again, you don't know who this dude is, y'all should look him up. I put his picture up there. There you go in the black. Joey Molino. We was having a whole conversation, right? The crazy part is these fake dudes that y'all watch on social media, they don't make no connections to none of this. You don't even see, name one of them that you see on the street. I'm going to run some names down. Have you ever seen 19 Keys out there? No, you've seen them around a bunch of people, right? You don't see Ben X. You don't see Rizza Islam. You don't see none of these people from Umar Johnson to Tariq Nasheed. You don't see them going to place or even our conscious places to actually promote our people. You don't see that. But I'm literally going from city to city, state to state, and trying to bridge, because you better make some allies, brother. If you depend on black people, you done. You're done. I'm keeping it real. I've been in Philly for like a week and a half now, almost. And I'm like, damn, dude. And there's certain people I can just call to say, yo, can you come pick me up, like Karima? Yo, I need some help. Yo, what's up? You know what I mean? This is what we deal with. So let me show you who Joey is. If you don't know who he is, you should go to YouTube and really punch his name in YouTube and go find out. That nigga, I said we cut from a different cloth. We was talking about snitches and all of that. Niggas, we don't do the snitching. Niggas nowadays snitching music. Okay? So when you know the history of Sicilians and the Italians and the connections, it makes so much sense. Nobody wants to be linked to black. That's what I was telling him. The only people that want to be linked to something that's black is the unconscious people. And we were going back and forth, my brother and I, George. And if y'all disagree, come on the feed. If you disagree, we the only people. And he was talking about what we've been through. You didn't go through nothing. You didn't. Your mother didn't go through nothing. You didn't. So how is it that everybody can come up, right? Controlling the police department, controlling the fire department. Think about it. Think about that. I'm realistic. I see our people that get in certain positions, because I was telling my man George, we get in certain positions and think that we're better than anybody else. We're better than somebody that didn't go to their European university. All of your black leaders, go get Dr. Kaba too. Let's talk about it. Why is Dr. Kaba talking about he foundational Black America and promoting that garbage, knowing damn well? A lot of these people that sit on these platforms, and if I'm wrong, please share this to them. I'm in Philly. Let's go. I go head to head with them. A lot of these people, what I was telling my man George, I said, brother, that's their responsibility. I don't claim to be King Kong conscious. I don't claim to have a PhDs and then no, that's their responsibility. I argued with a brother today that said his name was Standing Rock, and I know he probably watching. No lie, I'm on the phone with him, and I said, brother, show me something that you did. He said, well, nobody has an obligation to show you anything, Sabir. I said, well, show the people. I could care less about what you call you. Yeah, standing on the rock, nigga. I don't care about, but your name on passport or anything else ain't gonna say Standing Rock. So you can talk that Indian talk all you want. You can talk the indigenous talk all you want, Indian talk all you want. Don't mean nothing because you ain't running nothing. You just talking. And you're really, when you get in front of any of these people, your government name is going to come up on that joint. It ain't going to come up Standing Rocks, Akanaka Wukanikan, whatever name that you want to call it. It's not. So you still under the same European, big. So when you want to fight, you got to fight. And it's no time for sleeping, no time for breaks. None of that. Because the enemy don't sleep. He don't sleep. And I'm trying to tell my brother that. He was like today, he was like, but people, he said, Sabir, people are not where you at. That's true. And the people who supposed to push this is the ones that's afraid to have certain people on these platforms to clear these things up. So for me, I don't give a fudge if you call yourself an Indian, nigga. You just a government Indian, nigga. Don't matter to me. Tell me what your ID says when you get in front of them. What have you produced in the past 25 years since you've been saying that? You think everything is just here in the United States? Get the hell out of here, bro. The world is too vast. Even if you are, the world is too vast. And niggas stuck right here, but brother, I ain't got to go nowhere because you can't go nowhere. I know why you can't, because you probably can't get a passport. Well, we don't need a passport. Yeah, you do. This is just the reality. And he told me, the brother told me today, he said, you need to go heal because my son was killed in 2020. I should have been gave up on all of you black people, right? But he said, you need to go heal. Let me tell you something about the healing process, right? I said, you can never heal unless you went through what I went through, losing a son. You would never know the feeling of losing a son to gun violence. You would never lose it. So you can't, you're not me. This is something that you never get over. My mother didn't get over it when my brother got killed when he was 25 years old. So these are the things that you battle constantly, and you battle with the ignorance of black people. I'm not talking about the white man because I don't give them that power. I don't give Europeans that power, bro. I take it from them. And I'm me who wherever I go in on this planet, and I don't have to have hate in my heart. That's for the characters like Umar Johnson and Tariq Nasheed and them. That's them. They are pimping you because they don't want to have real conversation, but they keep talking about, we got to have unity, brother. It's about black people. Nah, there's no black people. Don't exist. Okay, but it's about making money. So you can go grab your Nation of Islam people, 5%ers, whoever y'all want. Go get them. I'm live in Philly. But the one thing they don't want you to talk about is the history of the Moors. And as I'm sitting at that place at Joey Molino's spot, I was talking about the Moors when I was there. All of them come from the Moors, not black people. I don't know, y'all. And then he said Italians didn't go through what we went through. Really? He said Italians didn't go through what we went through. I said, what did you go through? What? And I'm asking this question for all you black people. What did you go through? Indoctrination in school? I can see that. But all of your black leaders that you put up in front of you wanted something. He said he was talking about how, I'm trying to remember what he said. He said how they benefit off of it. And a lot of your black leaders benefit off your ignorance too. I think I'm trying to remember what he said. I wish he was on the feed so he can come on the feed and explain it because it was weird. And what we do as a people, we do the same thing. We do the same thing. We get in these positions. We think we better than somebody. And then we use people because you don't want nobody to come up. How are we going to come together? Make it make sense. So if you know anything about Italy, let me see if I can pull this up. Right? If you know anything about Italy, right? The Italians, because they are us too. You just got to know the history. They're not black people. Now, if anybody wants to debunk it, this is your time to come on the feed to debunk it. And I hope y'all share it out. Let's go. Next. I don't take sides from nobody. You walk y'all through some history, okay? You would classify.
During the 19th century, the United States was transformed from an agricultural backwater into the world's foremost industrial nation. Among the factors contributing to this metamorphosis was cheap labor, much of which was provided by immigrants. Shortly before his death in 1872, William Henry Seward was asked if he was troubled by the rise in immigration. Reflecting the optimism of the times, he exclaimed,
"Not a bit of it. Let them come. The more the better. They dig our canals and build our railroads. And thank God, there is work enough for all, and room enough for all, and food enough for all."
In the first half of the 19th century, the majority of immigrants hailed from Northern Europe. Very few came from the Italian peninsula. For example, for every Italian entering the country in 1850, there were almost 200 newcomers from Germany and nearly 400 from Ireland. Yet, within 50 years, Italian immigration would outpace that of any other country. What sparked this unprecedented flight from Italy, and would the arrival of so many immigrants put Seward's exuberant proclamation to the test? In 1861, Giuseppe Garibaldi and Victor Emmanuel united the fragmented states of the Italian peninsula, founding the Kingdom of Italy. From the start, the new nation was plagued with problems. Wars of independence added to the national debt, necessitating new taxes. The most hated was the Macenato, or grist tax, which taxed the very bread that went into people's mouths. Reduced to poverty by harsh economic conditions, thousands of peasants abandoned their homeland. Emigration became a necessary evil. Asked why they chose to leave, the grim reply was, "We should have eaten each other had we stayed."
Damn. That's
On the 20th of May, 1872, a discussion in Italy's Chamber of Deputies degenerated into a debate about rising immigration. Confronting Prime Minister Giovanni Lanza, Deputy Guglielmo Tacci said,
"Minister, the Italians are leaving. Emigration is assuming frightening proportions. Have you studied this very serious social phenomenon that is occurring in Italy? Doesn't this seem worthy of your attention as a statesman?"
Taking up the cry of his peers, the editor of La Nuova Basilicata lamented the diaspora.
"There is nothing left but to watch the most painful spectacle of the day, the mass emigration to America."
A newspaperman in Pisa made the most compelling observation.
"America is described as a promised land where everyone makes a fortune. There is gold, the wages are high, the food is cheap, no taxes are paid. Who wouldn't go to America on these terms?"
I'm gonna pause this, but I want y'all to pay attention. When people say what they got to do with black people, right? And I said, out of all these educated black folks we have in all these positions, why haven't we fixed the problem? You really think that they holding you back? You know why? They said no, we ain't going for this. Because hardship would make cats come together. Hardship, okay, will make people come together, right? So give me one second. I gotta text something out. Give me 1 minute, y'all. So my daughter wants something to eat. So damn. Give me 1 second. I gotta do this on TikTok. Give me 1 minute. Oh my goodness. Life, man. See what happens when you have children? That's what happens, people. You gotta stop the camera and just do what you gotta do. So, hardship. Niggas ain't none of these so-called black people that you watching going through hardship right now. The ones that you see on YouTube is not going through hardship. That's why they're not teaching you real history. They're not. Here with me. Okay. If I'm wrong, come on the feed. Because once you understand what these people went through and still going through, right? Do you know that Sicilians was classified? I mean, Irish was classified as black people. Did y'all know that? Niggas, look up the green nigga. I can't post it up here. Somebody look up the Irish green nigga and watch. The only people, and I was telling my man this, Karima, the only people want to hold on to slavery is the black people that's in America. The only people.
They're crazy.
But you have to understand what is happening. And then when you bring this up, they say, well, we're not talking about color. Then if we're not talking about color, then what are we talking about? Please, somebody go get Wesley Muhammad and Nori Muhammad. We could be in a room at the same time. That'd be a hell of a conversation. Y'all like to see the black gods of Egypt.
And that mess they did with Tyler, it was just unbelievable.
Right? Because somebody want to be linked to the word black. Nobody's black. That's the crazy part.
That's unbelievable. Nobody's colored either, but those are class systems that they put people in over there in South Africa. And I just look at it like a lot of the women were jealous of Tyler to begin with because she's
ain't about the. I'm not. Let's not go there.
Well, we're not going to go there, but that's just another example of the crazy.
Yeah, but the key is that it's the leadership here in the United States. They're watching this video on the low, believe me. And this is why you notice they don't jump, but they're not jumping on his feed. I'm not going to block you, get mad at you, none of that. Prove me wrong on what I'm saying. See, the thing is that all these people that you see that look like you and I, they're the problem. And they're the ones that's pimping. Okay? Yep. Let me just show y'all something else. Bear with me. Listen up.
Part of Europe. The story of the Italian immigrants' journey from a racialized pariah in the 19th century to white Americans in the 20th century sheds light on how much race is just a construct in the United States. Italians became white because of something that happened in Louisiana. Hi, my name is Danielle Romero, and I'm so glad that you're here with me again on my channel, where I talk about genealogy, ancestry, hidden heritage, and it's amazing how interconnected the world is. Congress had initially envisioned a white, Protestant, and culturally homogenous America when in 1790 it declared that only, quote, free white persons could become naturalized citizens. Waves of culturally diverse immigrants from Europe in the 19th century changed this perception, and Americans adopted a more restrictive, politicized view of whiteness. Because of their darker complexions, Italians, in particular Southern Italians, like my dad's family, were not considered white.
Did you hear what she said? That's Joey Molino now. They're not classified as white. Oh, let's go back. See, y'all don't get it yet? The only people that like to term these terms is Negroes.
Italians, like my dad's family, were not considered white. This is particularly dangerous in the American South, where Italians were the second most common targets of lynchings, and in some areas were semi-segregated.
Really?
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record it.
How many
Italian immigrants, particularly those from Southern Italy, like my family, faced racial discrimination in both Italy and the United States. I was able to find some documents showing my dad's great aunts coming over. And on the manifest for the ship, they would mark your nationality. A lot of them would say Italy, Italy, Italy. And for his family, it said Italy. And then as a separate designation, South, just to let you know that they weren't Northern Italian.
So people, there is a difference between northern, it doesn't matter where you go, the northern part, southern part, there's a difference. Oh, we're going to get into this, so please share it out. Let's go.
Oh, that's deep. I didn't know that they got lynched. I didn't know that.
They got lynched. But you know why? Your black leaders ain't going to tell you that. But we're going to make it sense. We're going to make it make sense.
Italians considered Southern Italians racially inferior and too African to be a part of Europe.
Hold up.
In the United States, racially inferior and too South. Just to let you know that they weren't Northern Italian. Northern Italians considered Southern Italians racially inferior and too African to be a part of Europe. In the United States, Italian...
You heard what she said? Too African. Now, when you read Frantz Fanon's book, he speaks about inferiority. Y'all don't... Is it making sense yet, y'all? ho, 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 ho. I'm going to make it make sense. I went to Malta, people. I was there. Bear with me.
Immigrants were subjected to racist stereotypes in books, magazines, newspapers, and faced discrimination in schools, movie houses, labor unions, and public spaces. Italians who accepted what was considered a Black job or chose to live among African Americans, which was a very common thing, they often integrated into the same neighborhoods, were marked as Black, and they faced violence from the mobs in the South in the same way. A huge part of this history, the Italian American experience, is connected to New Orleans. I want to talk about Sicilians and Italians navigating the Jim Crow South, because to my surprise, Italians and Sicilians, and I'm going to use that term interchangeably because for my family, it kind of is interchangeable, but it is different. And so when we're talking about Italy, you know, you have like the boot, and my family is mostly from like toe of the boot in southern Italy. And then Sicily is this island that was its own kingdom and then became part of Italy proper. I'll probably be using them interchangeably because I use them interchangeably for my own self-identification. So between 1880 and 1920, there was an economic crisis following this unification that was happening in Italy. And there was just like a lot of social unrest, and about 4 million Italians who were mostly Southern Italians, like my family, they immigrated to the United States. A lot of these Italian Americans and Sicilian Americans were recruited to fill a labor shortage that was produced by the rapidly industrializing United States economy. And a lot of immigrants arrived with basically the clothes on their back. The lack of formal education and the limited English proficiency that restricted a lot of Italian immigrants to jobs like manual labor and low-paying jobs. A lot of Italians kind of settled in these neighborhoods called like Little Italy. A lot of racism against Italians. This was not just in the South and not in the North. It was kind of across the board. Italian immigrants and African Americans often lived in the same neighborhoods and worked together, and they were considered basically the enemies of the Jim Crow laws. The Italian newcomers encountered propaganda against them when they landed on American soil. They were described in the press as swarthy and kinky-haired and members of a criminal race. Epithets like Dago and Guinea, which was a term of derision, kinky-haired. They're basically the enemies of the Jim Crow laws. The Italian newcomers encountered propaganda against them when they landed on American soil. They were described in the press as swarthy and kinky-haired and members of a criminal race. Epithets like Dago and Guinea, which was a term of derision. There was worse ones that I wouldn't feel comfortable saying on here. The penalties, though, of Blackness went well beyond name-calling in the apartheid South. Italians who had come to this country as, quote, free white persons, according to one article, were marked.
How many of y'all have a law dictionary? Hold up, where's my brother Jarrell? Watch, he gonna look it up. Do you know in a law
It's in the basement. I can't get it. No.
You know, it's a law dictionary. It says free white person. Y'all don't get it yet? Y'all think they be basing it around complexion? Let me help y'all out. Jarrell, if you can post it up here, brother, please post it up here. See, this is the type of conversation that so-called black people don't want to have. So if I'm wrong, come on, bring it to the cipher. Let me see if I can find. Oh, here it is. Now, she says something in a different article. Free white person. Free white person. And she's not even quoting a law dictionary. It says Moorish in here too. Y'all don't get it yet? Law dictionary. See, this is the type of conversation y'all don't want. So let's rewind that back one more again. Let's rewind that back one more again. Oh, Stan, you don't understand, brother. They don't bring this to you, bro. They're not bringing this to you. Let's go back one more time.
Blackness went well beyond name-calling in the apartheid South. Italians who had come to this country as, quote, free white persons, according to one article, were marked as Black. Italian immigrants were often indifferent towards America's racial hierarchy. And in 1899, there were 2 Italian shopkeepers and 3 customers were also Italian. They were lynched in Tallulah, Louisiana, for refusing to wait on Caucasians before African-American customers. Lynchings of Italians took place all over the South.
How many of y'all was taught this? Was you taught this, sis?
No, they didn't teach that, and that wasn't part of the history lessons in grade school.
Were also Italian. They were lynched in Tallulah, Louisiana, for refusing to wait on Caucasians before African-American customers. Lynchings of Italians took place all over the South. Mississippi customers were also Italian. They were lynched in Tallulah, Louisiana, for refusing to wait on Caucasians before African American customers. Lynchings of Italians took place all over the South: Mississippi, Texas, Florida, Kentucky, Illinois, and also places like Colorado and New York. Despite being well regarded in New Orleans in the 1870s, Italian immigrants faced negative stereotypes in northern newspapers. Italian language newspapers frequently would report the heinous crimes. In Italy, there was a song called The Five Poor Italians, which was written in honor of the Tallulah victims. As the Italian population grew, anti-Italian riots took place, and hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan mobilized to intimidate and oftentimes cause physical harm to the immigrants.
Really?
The turning point for the Italian experience happened because of an event in Louisiana, in New Orleans. On October 15th, 1890, New Orleans
La liga arranca una nueva
Police Chief David Hennessy was assassinated outside of his home. As Hennessy lay dying, he whispered, "The Dagos did it." Within days, 250 members of the city's Italian community were arrested purely because of their ethnicity. 19 Italian men were indicted for murder. After a jury delivered not guilty verdicts in March of 1891, a mob of over 20,000 people gathered outside the prison where the men were being held in Louisiana, yelling, "Hang the Dagos."
Hang the dog.
The gun-wielding mob stormed the jailhouse. 9 men, including prominent businessmen, were shot inside the jail. Victims were dragged outside and hanged from the lampposts. And I don't want to go into the details of this.
Black people, you were the only ones that was hung from the damn light pole. I'm going to tell you, because they did us so damn dirty. I'm going to tell you, Percy, they did us so dirty. I'm telling you, the white supremacy. Boy, y'all don't get this type of time. You don't get this conversation, but we're going to go a little deeper. I'm going to tell you why. Okay? If I'm wrong, let's go.
You can Google it and do that, but I'm not going to put all the nitty gritty on here. In addition to the 11 men who were lynched, 5 prisoners were severely wounded in the attack, and they died soon after. A grand jury cleared those who were involved in the lynching, including John Parker, who was the late elected governor of Louisiana. In 1911, he was quoted saying Italians were, quote, "a little worse than the Negro, but filthier in their habits, lawless and treacherous," unquote. Many newspapers asserted that Italians were responsible for their own lynchings, and the media's coverage of the trial and lynching marked the entrance
That sounds familiar, don't it?
of the word mafia into the nation's vocabulary. Historians have shown that America's response to the lynching was influenced by racist stereotypes about Italians that was propagated in northern newspapers. Italian immigrants were initially welcomed in Louisiana after the Civil War to replace the emancipated Black laborers, but their proximity to the African Americans led to them being viewed as not fully white and now eligible for persecution, including lynching. Darwinists asserted that Italians were a subhuman race, the, quote, "missing link between humans and apes." The caption of this cartoon, published in Life magazine in the early 1900s, is meant to be read in broken English with an Italian accent. The Italian shoeshiner, or WAP, possesses ape-like features, carries a stiletto knife, and is of low intelligence and childlike in his reasoning, and eats garlic and spaghetti.
Sound familiar?
You know, it's kind of interesting.
Sound familiar, don't it? Do you understand? Hold up. That sound familiar, right? Hold up. We're going to pause there for 1 second. Let's go. Y'all ready? Oh, y'all don't want truth. Y'all better send it to these black scholars, baby. I'm in Philly. Let's get this thing popping. We can talk about it. Let's go.
Detectives all to hell. Now, what we got here is a little game of show and tell. You don't want to show me nothing, but you tell me everything. I know you know where they are, so tell me. Before I do some damage, you won't walk away from.
Could I have one of those Chesterfields now?
Pay attention. I'm trying to tell you why you don't talk Morris. Pay attention.
You got a match? Oh, wait, no. Don't bother. I got one. You're Sicilian, huh?
Oh,
Sicilian. You know, I read a lot, especially about things, about history. I find that shit fascinating. Here's a fact, I don't know whether you know or not. Sicilians were spawned by niggers.
Come again?
No, it's a fact. Yeah. You see, Sicilians have black blood pumping through their hearts. And no, if you don't believe me, you can look it up. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago, you see, the Moors conquered Sicily, and the Moors are niggers. See, way back then, Sicilians were like wops from northern Italy. They all had blonde hair and blue eyes, but well, then the Moors moved in there, and well, they changed the whole country. They did so much fucking with Sicilian women, that they changed the whole bloodline forever. That's why blonde hair and blue eyes became black hair and dark skin. You know, it's absolutely amazing to me.
This is what the black conscious people don't want to hear.
To think that to this day, hundreds of years later, that Sicilians still carry that nigger gene. Now this, I'm quoting history. It's written. It's a fact. It's written.
I love this guy.
No. Your ancestors are niggers. Hey. Yeah. And your great grandmother fucked a nigger. Oh, yeah. And she had a half nigger kid. Now, if that's a fact, tell me, am I lying? 'Cause you're part eggplant. No! Hey.
You're a cantaloupe.
True romance. It's the whole
Beautiful.
true romance.
I haven't killed anybody since 1984.
The funny part, it was Quentin Tarantino who put that together. See, y'all don't understand what I do. For real. I'm not these fake black conscious cats that y'all watch on social media. So when I know the history, I sit with these cats. So let me help y'all out again. This is Joey Molino right here. I was down there today. I'm gonna go back down there this week. That's Skitty Joey. That's my brother in the green that did 20 years. He did Fed time with Joey Molino. That's my brother that did 20-something years in the feds in the green. Him and Joey was in the federal prison. That's my man, One Punch Carter. That's Little Snuff. We had Joey Molino's spot in Philadelphia because we Philly, nigga. This is how it is. And if you look him up, you'll find out who he is. And if we was joking, this is why they look so tan. They melanated, brother. They all African. They got African in them. In order to be a godfather, you have to be Sicilian. You gotta be Sicilian, my niggas. Y'all don't get it? You gotta be Sicilian.
You know, I got my DNA done a while ago, and I found out that that's one of the European mixtures. I'm like a small percentage of Italian.
But they're not Europeans. They wasn't none of that. They wasn't called that. They were Africans. And this is what people don't understand. I'm giving you the keys, and if anybody want to try to debunk it, try it. I'm gonna show y'all something else. Do y'all know the?
So that must have came from one of the other great grandparents.
I was on this island called Malta.
And Portuguese.
All of that. There's an island called Malta, right? Go online and look up this place. I'm going to show you. I'm going to help y'all out. There's a clock. I want you to look, I'm going to spell it out for you. This is Malta, people, and most of y'all probably don't even know what the hell or where the hell this place at, but the Italian knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Anybody?
they taught about Malta in high school and you know, briefly touched on it when they touched on Greek history and so on and so forth.
Hold on, I'm going to show you something. Look up Malta. I want you to look up it's a Moorish clock in Malta. You ain't got to believe nothing I'm saying. This is why this brother was like, nigga, you should be getting paid ungodly for this information. I'm getting text messages like crazy, right? So people don't know what I go through dealing with this. Look up the Moorish clock in Malta. Now, I'm going to give you time to look it up. Now, you're going to see that clock where you see me standing at right there. And the brother that took the picture was from Spain, right? And I was giving him the history of the Moorish clock in Malta. I'm going to see if I can make this make sense. Let me know when y'all look it up. What's up, Will? Well, he hung up. Think about it. Look up the Moorish clock in Malta. Watch this. Oh, it's crazy when you go there. You can see it in one day. And if you're there, you can literally take a ferry directly into Italy. They're African. I want to know what an African look like. Come on my feed for a minute. Tell me what an African look like. Get on my feed for a minute. Tell me what an African look like. You think Africans just look like Senegal? You think Africans just look like Ghana? That's what you think Africans just look like? Come on my feed for a minute. Hit the link. Talk to me for a minute. I keep trying to tell you, I'm going to smash whoever you bring in the cipher. Whoever you bring. I'm not going to keep repeating. Learn how to read, people. Go to the title and pay attention to the read, or you can jump on the feed. Go look it up. Look up the Moorish clock in Malta. Make me out of a liar. They can't prove me wrong. Not one of them can prove me wrong. Not one can prove me wrong. Okay? Why this guy make that ain't Sway.
It's me. What up?
What's up, bro?
All right.
So did y'all look up that clock yet? That's all you got to do is debunk. You got to go travel to debunk what I'm saying. So I'm sitting here and no Sway, I'm down that neighborhood, right? I'm down with Joey, and I said, these niggas are niggas. I said, these dudes are the real niggas down there, like real rap. See, the order for you to debunk what I'm saying, you have to either have the books or you have to go travel where I traveled to. Did y'all look it up? There's no such thing as black people. You're right about that one. You can bring all your foundational black Americans to the cipher. Bring them. Okay? Come on. Somebody look it up and tell me where that clock is at. Malta. This is what upsets the black conscious people. Did you look it up? Somebody look it up? They can't because they don't read. Somebody said
it says it's in Valletta, Malta. Valletta, Malta.
So I'm gonna tell you how you gotta walk in. It's a door that you gotta walk into the place, right?
Let me read it. I'm gonna find
it's crazy, right? See, this is the thing that people don't understand, but we're gonna help you out, okay? Somebody said on TikTok because they can't, somebody said they can't because they don't read and they don't travel. I can't make this up. Look what somebody said. They don't read and they don't travel. It's blowing up on TikTok, boy. They don't read and they don't travel. Oh, they said they was swarthy. Where do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger's name come from? His name mean nigga, swarthy nigga. Schwarzenegger, swarthy nigga. Woo, you're not dealing with an amateur, big. Did you say you wanted to read it, Karima? See, I hurt their feelings. So why?
Can you hear me?
No, I didn't hear you. We didn't hear nothing.
Oh wow! It's like when I switch from window to window on this phone.
Y'all better get in where you fit in. I'm in Philadelphia. Let's get these lectures popping. I'm open. You can ask me a billion questions. If you book me, you can ask me a million questions, but you're gonna have to pay to come in. That's how this works.
I'm gonna look it up on my other phone because this.
Well, people can look it up too. Look up the Moorish clock in Malta, and you're gonna see that right there. I said, damn, boy, that's kind of crazy. But if you understood language, right, I'm gonna help them out. I'm gonna work with y'all, okay? I'm gonna show you the Maltese. If you're not here to learn something, you keep typing, either get on the feed or get off, or I'm going to block you for eternity.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Lang Focus channel, and my name is Paul. Today I'm going to talk about the Maltese language. Maltese is a unique and interesting language because it is a Semitic language with a twist. It is the only Semitic language that is an official language of the European Union. It is spoken by around 520,000 people, mostly on the island nation of Malta, which is an island in the Mediterranean Sea, not far from Sicily and not far from Tunisia and Libya in North Africa. Some people claim that Maltese is a descendant of the ancient Phoenician language, but actually there's no linguistic evidence for this. Maltese is a descendant of a dialect of Arabic called Siculo-Arabic or Sicilian Arabic, but it has diverged quite a lot from Arabic over the last 1,000 years or so and has now become its own language. The syntax and grammar of Maltese remains Arabic, and about a third of the vocabulary is still Arabic, and that includes most of the grammatical function words, as well as a lot of the most basic vocabulary. About half of the vocabulary is from Italian or Sicilian, and the remaining vocabulary is mostly from English and French. It's still considered a Semitic language because of its Arabic origin and because of its structure, but if you take into account all of the foreign loanwords, especially the Romance loanwords, then it's essentially a hybrid language, kind of like a Semitic Romance hybrid. So how did this interesting mix of influences come together to create Maltese? Well, it's because of its history, of course. The Fatimid Caliphate, which covered much of North Africa, conquered Sicily at the end of the 9th century and brought their Maghrebi or North African dialect of Arabic with them. Then in 1049 CE, Arabic-speaking Muslim settlers from Sicily arrived in Malta, which is only about 200 kilometers away, and began to...
Oh, but you wouldn't know that, right? From your Black conscious people, it says 1049 CE. Oh, look what they look like. Let's rewind that back one more time. Let's go back.
Settlers from Sicily arrived in Malta, which is only about 200 kilometers away, and began to establish communities there. In the year 1091 CE, the Normans, who were Christians from Normandy in present-day France, had defeated the Arabs and taken hold of Sicily, and then began taking hold of Malta too. Under Norman rule, more settlers from Sicily began arriving in Malta and bringing their language with them. Even though the Normans were Christian, the population of Sicily was still a mixture of Christians and Muslims who spoke Arabic alongside the Sicilian language. After the decline of Norman rule, the new regime in Sicily expelled all of the Muslims from Sicily and from Malta as well. This was a very significant event because it essentially cut off the Siculo-Arabic dialect from the Muslim Arabic-speaking world, and it also cut it off from the classical Arabic language. In other Arabic-speaking lands, the Quran remained a conservative force that prevented the dialects from changing too much over time. But in Malta, that conservative force was no longer connected to the dialect, so the dialect was free to drift off in its own direction and become a new language. Siculo-Arabic died out in Sicily, but it continued to be used and evolve in Malta. Malta remained part of the Kingdom of Sicily for several hundred years, which brought lots of Sicilian vocabulary into the language. The island was then controlled by a string of rulers who influenced the developing Maltese language. One of the most significant regimes to rule Malta was the Knights Hospitaller of St. John, a powerful order of knights that assisted and protected Christian pilgrims on their way to the Holy Land. They were given the island of Malta in 1530 as an outpost to help prevent an Ottoman invasion of Rome from the south. They made Italian the official language of the island, and it remained the official language until 1934. This resulted in a large amount of Italian vocabulary entering the language. There was also a period of 2 years when Malta was under French rule, and just from those 2 years, quite a bit of French vocabulary entered the language too. And the island was a British protectorate from 1800 to 1956, and of course that led to the adoption of lots of English words into Maltese. So Maltese is essentially an Arabic dialect that has become Latinized and to some extent Anglicized.
Navan is a business travel booking platform that slashes your travel costs. With Navan, employees...
So how similar is it to...
He ain't screaming white supremacy. The black man is God, nigga. Leave, brother. We ain't gonna miss you. I got a lot of people on TikTok, a lot of people on Instagram. So you can leave, but I bet you won't, because you intrigued.
Arabic today, Well, if you know Arabic and you try to read some Maltese, you will quickly realize that it's basically Arabic in structure, but you will also see a lot of foreign vocabulary, mostly Romance vocabulary. It is most similar to the Maghreb dialects of Arabic, meaning the dialects of Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia, especially the Tunisian dialect. A lot of Tunisians claim that they can quite easily understand Maltese. That could be because Tunisian Arabic itself has quite a few Italian loanwords. And I also understand that a lot of Tunisians can understand standard Italian. So if they speak Tunisian Arabic and Italian, then they can quite easily understand.
How many languages do Black people speak in the United States?
Maltese. Lots of people say that if you know an Arabic dialect quite well, and if you also know Italian, then reading Maltese won't be much of a problem. And with some adjustment, you can also learn to understand it fairly easily. That doesn't mean you could speak proper Maltese, but maybe you could use your Arabic and your Italian and sort of hack a conversation in a new pidgin language. So let's look at a couple example sentences of Maltese. So this sentence here is an example of one that's mostly Arabic. By the way, I've never learned to speak Maltese, so forgive my pronunciation. Il Giappun عنده العشر الأكبر للبوبولاسيون تدريبية بأكثر من 126 مليون persona. Now, I understood this sentence almost perfectly, and it's basically all Arabic. The first word, Il Japun, that's Japan. Andu, that's has. Il Ashar, that's the 10th. Il Akbar, that's the biggest. Popolazioni, that's not Arabic, but that looks like an Italian loanword to me. Tadinya, so that's in the world. Ba'aktar min, that means with more than. And then there's the Arabic number, Mia Situ Osharin. And then there's milyun,
Arabic
which is million in Arabic too. And then persona, which is not Arabic, but I guess that's from Italian or Sicilian. But sometimes you see sentences with a lot more loanwords, particularly Italian. Here's another.
The number system that y'all using today is Arabic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So who's the culture vultures? So even to use the Arabic number system, why are they not using the Black number system? Why are all the foundational Black Americans using Arabic number system?
Other sentence. La riforma fil-migrazione għandha tinkludi il-prinċipju ta' solidarietà. So this sentence means migration reform must include the principle of solidarity. This one has a lot of loanwords. Riforma, that's not an Arabic word, that's a loanword. Fil-migrazione, fil, that part is Arabic, but migrazioni, that is a loanword. Anda, that part is interesting because this is an Arabic word that means has, but in this case, it's being used to mean has to or must, and it's not used that way in Arabic. So the function of this word has become somewhat adapted in the Maltese language. The next word, tinkludi, that's include, but the T links back to the previous vowel, and that's an element of Arabic syntax. The next word.
Ain't it kind of crazy? Everything is Arabic. So what language is Black language? Let me show y'all. You want to see how crazy this is? Remember I told you I was there, right? When I got back from Malta, here's the book if y'all want to get it. I'm going to show you. You want to know Sikalo Arabic? There's the book right there. I know that's too much reading for some of you Black folks, but it's 577 pages. It's called Sikalo Arabic. Oh my God. Woo, this is why they be like, I don't want to talk to Sabir. That thing is too far. So if you want to get the book, you can email me. It's called Sikalo Arabic. So the crazy part is the reason why they so ahead. So if you know how to speak Italian, you can speak Arabic. If you speak Arabic, you can speak Italian. That makes sense. Keep trying to tell you. Oh, it's much, much deeper than what y'all think it is. Oh, it's so much deep. But once you start understanding the history and not keep telling me, we're Black people, brother. We're foundational Black Americans. I'm going to tell you. I was over there. Malta is a beautiful place. It's a very beautiful place. Very beautiful. You can see it in one day. I stayed there for like a week. And if you want to get it, please email me. Let me put my email up here. Email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. You can pay and I can just send it directly to you. But the key is that, right, you should really have me speak on it because I was there. It's a lot of pictures I found. A lot of pictures I took when I was there. Somebody said, oh, how I wish the FBA would join the LIP. They didn't want to join me. Look what somebody said. The FBA don't want to join this. Look at this, Will. Oh, they're going to run from this. Look what somebody said. Oh, I would, what? They wish the FBA would join this. Oh, they're not going to join this motherfucker. You got to be crazy. Oh, no, bruh. Oh, no, you can bring them. Bring them to the cipher, baby. Y'all can tweet it out. I'm in Philadelphia. They can email me. Set it up. Email me. I'm fine. But y'all should have that book right there. So when you have this book and you go over to Malta and you know who you are, trust me, it's a beautiful thing. And the one thing they don't talk about is Moors. It ain't nothing that no foundational Black America ever showed y'all, but it just talked. It just talked. So Sicilians, right, are swarthy. They're swarthy. So they were Moors, B. Oh, they know the history. But you want to make them be black when they're not black. Did you look up the word green niggas? Did anybody look up green nigger? The Irish was called green nigger, and they was lynched too. Irish, green nigger. Let's go back to this sister one more time. Remember I told you, you come to this cipher, you better have some receipts, my G. Let's go. Let's go back to her.
When there's this attempt from one group to kind of degrade another group, it's kind of just like the same playbook, right? Every single time. And it's been interesting to me as I studied my mom's heritage from Louisiana, African American, Hispanic, Native American, like all of these groups that have kind of taken their turns in being the low man, in this hierarchy. To preserve the American racial structure that was believed to exist, the United States passed the Immigration Act in 1924, which established.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record it.
Established quotas for the admission of immigrants and that banned immigration from certain countries entirely. While earlier legislation just placed caps on immigration, the 1924 law sought to further restrict immigration of Southern and Eastern Europeans and Africans, and specifically ban the immigration of Arabs and Asians. The law reduced Italian immigration by 98.7%. So basically, no more Italians were allowed to come over after 1924. Okay. This political cartoon from the era reveals two of the act's primary targets, which was the Italians and the Chinese. How did Italians become white? You would think with all this animosity towards this group and these attempts at keeping them from coming over, it totally shocked me. And I realized that Italians became white because of something that happened in Louisiana. So the federal holiday that's honoring Christopher Columbus, which is, kind of on the chopping block right now, celebrated on October 14th, played a significant role in the process of Italian Americans being accepted as white during the 20th century. President Benjamin Harrison proclaimed Columbus Day as a national celebration in 1892, following the lynching of the 11 Italian immigrants in New Orleans as an attempt to placate Italian Americans and avoid a diplomatic conflict with Italy. Even though it was a very different experience than my mom's family, it's just another part of this American story of kind of losing your way as you become American. I think there's a balance to that. I think coming to a country and becoming a citizen means that you need to kind of be a part of the family now, right? But does that mean that we all want to be homogenous? We don't want to have any shred of the parts of the world that we came from or that our family came from? And obviously the answer to that is no. It makes me sad when I was researching for this video to kind of understand some of these things came to be. The story of the Italian immigrant's journey from a racialized pariah in the 19th century to white Americans in the 20th century sheds light on how much race is just a construct in the United States, and hierarchies can change over time. You're in this group here and you're in this group here, and nothing has changed except the passage of time and the way people perceive things. That's just incredible to me. It makes me wonder in the future, things that we hold on to so dearly right now this is the truth. This is the reality. Will our children believe that? Will our grandchildren believe that? The penalties of not being considered white in America, the ripple effects of those. Today, as I've shared on this channel and many of the other videos, I grew up considering myself white. And, what does that mean? Okay, well, what it means is on my dad's side, I knew that we were Sicilian, Italian, and my mom's side, we weren't really sure, which is kind of why I did the whole Finding Lola stuff. But growing up, I had this understanding, at least, that I was Sicilian or I was Italian. And to me, that meant I was white. Now, it's interesting that being removed 100 years or so, what a different experience I would have had. What a different experience so many of us would have had 100 years ago to today. So Italian Americans are kind of an endearing part of the American subtext. And yet the history was rough and bloody. This same structure has been applied over and over and over again to all different groups. Let me know if you were familiar with the New Orleans lynchings of these Italian Americans. Plan on any.
Oh, y'all should look it up. But the crazy part is we love misery so much. But I was talking to my brother George, and this is what I wanted to pull up for him. And trust me, I know y'all don't get this information from the other channel. So hurry up, because I'm going to get off of here. It's okay. How many people know who this guy Herbert Henry Harrison is? Anybody? Do y'all know who Herbert Henry Harrison is in his feed? Let me see if I can blow this up. Let me read down here. Herbert Henry Harrison was a Garveyite, people. He was a Garveyite. I have one of his books too. Okay. Let me see if I can pull his name up real fast for you. Give me 1 minute. He was a Garveyite. So bear with me. So let me read this to y'all so y'all can get this. Okay? And go get your Garveyite people. Dr. Herbert Harrison, a distinguished native of the Virgin Islands. Dr. Harrison was full-blooded Negro if ever there was one. However, when he applied for the naturalization papers, he was set down by the authorities as white. Take a picture, suck it up, and do your research. Go look him up. Herbert Henry Harrison. I'm going to repeat it again for y'all. Okay? Dr. Herbert Henry Harrison, distinguished native of the Virgin Islands. Dr. Harrison was full-blooded Negro if ever was one. However, he applied for naturalization papers, he was set down by the authorities as white. See, the thing with most of these conscious woke black people, these niggas focus on everything with color, and they don't even understand nobody's dead, right? So take a picture, blow it up, and the book comes from The Real Facts About Ethiopia. Real Facts About Ethiopia. Okay? Real Facts About Ethiopia. So Herbert Henry Harrison was from the Virgin Islands. Let me show you what he looks like. I have one of his, I think I got two of his books. So when you research these people, you understand. That's why I said black people are the ones that's doing it to y'all. Oh, they the ones that's doing it. There you go right there. He was a Garveyite. You never heard Umar Johnson talk about him. Go look up his books. Oh, he got a lot of books. When Africa Awake, The Negro and the Nation. When Africa Awake Against I. Looky here. How many people knew? Do Umar Johnson talk about Herbert Henry Harrison? I don't think so. They hated that man. Oh, they hated him. But see, when you know who you truly are, you got to fight with your own people. I don't fight with Europeans. I don't fight with no other race of people. I fight with my people. Because you let these people on social media play dress up and sound like they sound good. Yeah, brother, you dig? It's white supremacy, you dig? You dig? It's white supremacy, brother, because the white man did it, but I'm sucking up everything from the white man. I got his car, I got his house, I buy his red bottoms, I buy his suits. And you see them niggas nowhere. So he was classified as white. But let me show you how crazy this is. Do you know that Chinese people was classified as black? Oh, I can go down the line with all of this, B. Let me help you out. Oh, I got facts on facts. Let's go here for 1 second. The Chinese was black because they were not white. Oh, under the writing of Justice Murray. Oh, Lord, damn, Sabir. You got too many receipts. You ain't got to believe me. Go set it up with your scholars, baby. Go set it up. I'm live in Philadelphia right now. And great, warm my food up so I can eat it because I ain't eat yet. So come on.
Yeah, I just ate mine.
I just telling people this is the weird part. Y'all probably ate 3 or 4 times a day, though. That's my thing. I didn't. So I want you to understand how much goes into this. I don't even eat half the time. I be running half the time. I literally run back to back and trying to figure out where I get all this energy from. Shoot, without eating. And I be walking for like 5 hours. Shit. So the thing is, people, it takes a lot.
Hyperactive. Teasing.
Right? So I got a lot of stamina like a mug, nigga. Shit, I got a lot of stamina. The Chinese were black because they were not white. Oh, y'all gotta get this book too. Let me show you the book. You ready? Here's the book right here. Keep trying to. I'm giving you the keys, B. I'm giving it to y'all. Here, the book right here. That's all you gotta do is email me. You can pay for the books, and it's easy to get them. There it is, right there. It's called Race Law Stories. You ain't gotta go far. Act like I'm Amazon. So one was classified as being black, right? They classified as being black. These people classified as being white. I mean, Herbert Harrison was classified as being white. What the hell is wrong with these black conscious people, bro? What's wrong with these cats, brother? Hey, Will, could you help me out? I'm trying to figure it out, Ho.
I couldn't help you if I tried, bro.
I'm trying to figure it out. I hope y'all send this to some foundational Black Americans. Don't let them talk like it off. If anybody from the foundational Black Americans on here, please, if you want to jump on the feed, feel free. If you from the foundational Black America, you can feel free to jump on the feed. Or they can email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. So let's move forward. We're going to give them some time too, y'all. So just bear with me. We're going to give the foundational Black America some time. So if y'all have X, people, please share this out on X. My X is Real Sabir Bay. We are on Instagram, Real Sabir Bay. My X is Real RealSabirbey Radio. Okay. And I'm in Philly. I can come to Jersey, Delaware, wherever y'all want. Okay. Black in color, on the other hand, has no historical meaning whatsoever for African people. Black is from the Anglo-Saxon BLAEC. So take this to all your foundational Black Americans, all you cats that sit up here and talk about we the ancient black gods of Egypt. Please share this to them and debunk this step by step. In order for you to debunk it, you have to do some research, and you can't do Wikipedia research. You can't do wiki research. Okay. So that has no historical meaning whatsoever. So people that don't want to be linked to this black thing, you can't get mad at them because you want to be a slave. And the black people that look like you and I, they're going to keep you slaves because that's how their pockets stay fat.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the pockets stay fat. I can pimp every last one of y'all. I told y'all that before. Where was I at? And I said that. I said I could have lied to everybody and got paid.
So the like the sister that the video that you played, she goes in full details about her lineage. So it'd be like it'll dawn on somebody, and I was wondering, do it dawn on people after somebody like her saying that her ancestors was not white, even though we growing up here, and it seemed to me like how they indoctrinated us to allow us to believe that Christopher Columbus was a white Italian.
But he was. But this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. Like real rap. When you study the Treaty of Guadalupe, niggas been, nigga, what does Treaty of Guadalupe? What is that? Treaty of Guadalupe? What is that? So it's in California Constitution if y'all have it. If you open up the California Constitution, right? There's in the Constitution of California, it speaks about the Treaty of Guadalupe. In the Treaty of Guadalupe, they had to be classified as white. See, y'all don't get it. See, the black people, they have to keep that on black people, and they're going to pay off certain black leaders to keep promoting that. They pay the black leaders off. So the people that y'all should be mad at is your black leaders. Please take this video to them and let them know I go head to head with any of them. The best thing to do with me is to ignore me. See, that's how they do it. They will ignore Sabir because you can't debunk anything I'm saying because I'm showing you. So let's move forward. The most ancient names for so-called black people are Nisu or Nubian, Ethiopian, and more from ancient Egypt, and Negro or Negretta from West Africa. All the above are native African words. Negro is probably the oldest. Now, bear with me. Bear with me. Negro is probably the oldest, right? Then it says black and colored, like white. On the other hand, European words. Ethiopian and Moor was probably used to describe the so-called blacks until the 1500s. So the black leaders said, we're not going to use Moor. Oh, we upset about the word Negro. So they erasing your history by calling you black. Y'all don't get it yet? Did you send this out to the people that needs to hear this? Because I know they watching on the low. And I need y'all to tweet it out 1,000 times. Please don't send it out once. You got to send this thing out 1,000 times so they can get the algorithm. And the algorithm was by a Muslim brother. Algorithm is from a Muslim. Okay? And I'm not going to stop. You can't stop me and you can't buy me because I'm nobody's hoe. I'm going to take you a little further, right? It says Negro was probably the oldest, right? The oldest, right? I live in California, but how many people live in California didn't even know this? Give me 1 second. Let me say Negro, right? Whoever saw this right here. You can look this up online too. Cali de los Negros. Oh, damn. I don't think Tariq showed you that. Cali de los Negros is Negro Alley. Oh, you can Google it. That's all you got to do is Google and disprove what I'm saying. See, in order for you to debunk anything that I'm presenting, you either have to be there, right, to debunk it. Now, I'm going to let you take you there so you can go see what I see, and then you can go challenge it. This is in California, right down the street from Union Station. Cali de los Negros, Los Angeles Street, 1870.
That's gonna be pretty much a stop for me. I'm gonna have to go by there.
Oh yeah, when you come to LA, I'll be back there, man. We can go there together.
For sure.
And we can do it again. Or do you want to go to hold up. Cordoba with me. There you go. Conde Negro. Oh my God. Think of my brother Percy. Chris, we was over there filming in 120-degree weather. This is Seville. Actually, it was Seville. I don't know why I say Cordoba. Seville? Cordoba? Yeah, Seville. It's called Conde Negro. That's my brother Amadeus Christ. That's my brother Percy. I had them out there in 124-degree weather filming Conde Negro. Is it making sense yet, y'all? This is what real scholars do. They go to places and they find it, not pulling stuff on Wikipedia telling you, brother, but the white man did it, brother. We don't do that. Okay, let's show you another one. Let's go down to downtown LA for a second. The founders of Los Angeles. The founders of the city of Los Angeles. That's me. That's Percy in the background. Hey, Luis, a Negro. Really? Manuel Mulatto. Antonio, a Negro. This is in LA. We down here filming and taking pictures. So this is the work. So when you want to know what I do, this is the job, baby. The founders of Los Angeles is Negro. Okay, they're us. The Mexicans is us too, baby. You just don't know. But let's go to Pio Pico real fast. Pio Pico. These niggas tell me I ain't got nothing to do with no African, bro. I ain't got no African. Foundation of Black Americans, I ain't got no African in me. Hold up. Even Pio Pico got African in him. Hold up. This is Pio Pico, the first governor of California. Look. This is the first governor, and this is down at Universal Studios, right? You see this? Pio Pico, California. Look, African descent. I'm not an African, brother. I have no African in me. And kids did this. These dudes, bro, y'all be leaving these cats, man. Y'all be leaving anything these cats tell y'all. Oh my God, they don't have no proof. These are children. That's their handprints. See, you talk about the white man, but you go to Universal Studios, right? Which ain't got to do with black people. But anywho, But you forgot to go down to the subway. Where's Percy at? I took Percy and Karen down, and they was blown away. They were blown away when I showed them that. This is on the subway. Think about it. I don't sit and pull stuff up online, my G. I go to the places, and it really costs a lot to do these things. I don't complain about nothing. I just get it done because that's how the creator planned it. Somebody has to do it. Somebody got to do it. So once you start putting all this puzzle together, it start making so much sense. They got you Negroes caught up in the whole black and white thing. I ain't got no African in me, brother. I'm foundational dead American with a red, white, and blue flag, which is the United States banner. So, I'm almost finished. Are y'all sharing it out? I'm almost finished. The Arabs of Al-Andalus. Okay. They were also Arabs in Al-Andalus, in the southern part. Once again, it's always the southern part. Southern parts. The Arabs of Al-Andalus was the first to be enslaved and taken to America after the defeat in 1492. This is why your scholars don't talk about before 1492. They damn sure don't bring that up. See, they would tell y'all stories like the Moors conquered Spain. How did the Moors conquer Spain when Spain wasn't Spain until 1492? Somebody help me out. How could Moors conquer Spain when Spain was not Spain until 1492? It's when your ancestors fell. When they fell. And it actually gave, and this is what all the bougie Negroes do. They give all of them all the positions, all the money, put them in the forefront so you can follow them. Put them up there so you can follow them. So it's not being arrogant when I said, if you put some in the room with me, I'm going to knock them down like bowling pins. Whoever you sit in the room, whoever you put in the room with me, I'm going to knock them down with like bowling pins with facts. So it was never called Spain until after 1492. That's what it was called right there, Al-Andalus. So don't tell me about black on black crime and this and that. This is what these Negroes love to talk about. My brother sent me a video with Umar Johnson, the most hypocritical dude ever. Ever. And he feeds off of your craziness, B. He feeds off of your ignorance. And this is what a lot of these conscious cats do. They feed off your ignorance. Teach the people. Let's teach this. Let's make these things go viral. Okay? 1,000 times over. Let's teach them that the oldest university in the world is by a sister. Let's teach them this. I was there. That's in Morocco. The oldest university in the world. Look it up. That's the University of Al-Qadawin. I'll show you the book I did on it. And I was tired as hell that day. I was nonstop running. This is the oldest university in the world. And everybody came to learn at that place. Even the Pope. Please look it up. I'm going to show you the book that I did when I came back. Please Google it. Debunk what I'm showing you. Matter of fact, it's right here too. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you something. Look it up. That's the oldest university in the world, Fatima Feta. And I was there. But we don't want to talk about it because the white man didn't say it. Or none of your black conscious people didn't say it. Or they didn't talk about that. The oldest university in the world. I was there quite a few times. And if you want to get that book, you can get that book too. And again, pick any subject and believe me, I can talk about it. Now, I bought this when I was in Philly. Let me see if I can open this up. Let me see if I can find the page first. That it talks about it in this book. There you go. You get it? Al-Qadawin. The oldest university in the world. But nobody wants to talk about this because you know why? When you start talking about this, you're going to have to be what? Held responsible. You're going to have to be held responsible. Again, you would think that the conscious people want to hear this, but you're going to have to deal with it. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. You're going to have to come and deal with it. There go Percy right there. What up, Percy?
What's going on, man?
He'll tell you he was there. You got to go.
Yeah, gotta go.
I can't tell them. You follow me? You have to be there to feel it. And it was so peaceful.
Definitely.
Peaceful.
I give it that. It was like, so it was like I never felt that feeling before, which is weird. I grew up in the suburbs. So like I didn't grow up in, like, people have a story of an inner city, you know what I mean, or however, whatever else. But I grew up in the suburbs in the 80s, so I was around like what they call white people, like pretty much my whole life. And I've never felt the peace that I felt in, I would say the first time I felt it, I would say in like Seville. That was the first time I felt it there. But you, like how you say it's always the southern parts. That's southern as well.
Yep.
And then I just related to, like, even here, it's still the southern parts. It's still the areas that we left. Like we still left the southern parts of the United States and went to like Detroit, Chicago, LA,
They fled. They
Yeah.
fled. They fled from those places because what? Niggas let people get on their feet and say, well, they fled from Africa. Most of your ancestors fled from the South. They fled from the South to come up north. They fled from the United States to go to Canada. They fled. But you let niggas get on their feet and say, well, they was fleeing. They were fleeing. Yeah, niggas fled too. I go all these places. That's the Trail of Tears when I was there, bro. I was there. Crazy.
Man, that right there, you talking about, you want to go to the gates of Ghana, you needed to start there.
I'm trying to, but black folks won't do that. But black folks ain't, my brother, because it don't sound good. This is why I told them you can go get every last one of your black conscious people, bro. No lie. And I'm not going to argue with them. I'm going to let them go first, and I'm going to ask them where their facts are at. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to argue with them. Nah. This is in Alabama when I was down there.
Yeah, it is a post circulating now that says that Morocco is the most peaceful place to live.
Hell yeah. It's very peaceful.
They had 4 million, and the evidence of that, they say they got 4 million tourists pretty much say the same thing.
Trust me. But see, they tell black people don't go to those places, right? Because they Arabs. You don't even know what an Arab look like. This is what they tell you black folks. Oh, they're Arabs, brother. You don't even know what an Arab look like, homie.
And to bring it all full circle, it don't even cross our peripheral. You know what I mean? And because you like you said, you ain't even like all of the visuals of seeing it in the movies. You don't make a connection to say like, damn, they shot most of all of these blockbuster movies in North Africa.
Yes, they did.
Telling the story.
I was there. A lot of movies that were shot. This is in Turkey. That's the Blue Mosque behind me. And it was a sister from Saudi Arabia that took the picture. She said, "Oh, you know so much about history." That was in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, right? But see, they don't tell you to go. They want you to spend $5,000 to go to door of no return. You do go spend $5,000. That's the Hagia Sophia in Turkey.
And it ain't even, and for the listener audience, it ain't even no door. It's an arch.
But you want to spend $4. That's like somebody. That's like somebody saying, "Go back to the prison you spent 20 years in, nigga, and you gonna pay for it, nigga." That don't even make sense.
And they own people be telling on them. They said that somebody put a report. It was like on the public news that the guy said that, "Oh yeah, we just it's just a hustle for the tourists. We just
it is a hustle." But look up, no lie. If you look up, what's his name? Who wrote Alex Haley? You know, Alex Haley got sued for plagiarizing Roosh. You do know that, right? Plagiarizing Roosh.
Yeah.
And the guy from Gambia said it's a lie, but it's a good lie. He said it's a lie, but it's a good lie because it brings money to Gambia. See, y'all like lies. Y'all love the lies. And this is why all the Sarnet and them keep telling y'all to go to Ghana. We're gonna go to Egypt and find ourselves and all that beautiful things. And let's go to Egypt and find ourselves, brother. Let's go here. I'm gonna tell you. Y'all don't get it yet? Yo, you'll get it when you mature and remove your feelings. I'm gonna tell you something.
It's like even if they go to those places, you can still go to those places
Yeah.
and find the exact same thing because it's there, but you wouldn't even see it. Like you wouldn't even recognize it there because it's like if you're going to Ghana, returning to Ghana, and was basing that off of the root story, you're lost.
And that's why they sell it to them. I'm telling you, bro, this is why they sell the root story to these people. They don't talk about the prince among slaves, bro. They're not going to tell you about the real story, the prince among slaves. They'll tell you about the roots, though. 4266. See what I'm saying?
They're gonna send you to the very people who sent you in slavery.
Exactly. He's gonna take you right there. Hold up. 4266. I'm gonna show you something else. This is the weird part. Like, again, y'all got time to try to debunk what I'm saying. So all of these places, they were making movies in all these places. This is in Tunis. That's in Tunis. And the crazy part is when you go to these places and you sit there, they'll tell you all kinds of stuff. Now, one was in Morocco. Now that's Tunisian. You want to see one of the brothers that was there? Because they don't show y'all, because y'all don't go there. Let me help you out. Let me show your brother. You know how much history that elder told me when I was sitting with him in Tunis? Oh, he shared a lot with me. And I was joking with him. That's why we was laughing. I said, "Are you black?" He laughed at me. I said, "Do you look like your jacket?" He said, "No." Oh, but y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this. And this is why the brother said to me when I was in town, he was like, "Yo, bro, I don't understand our people, brother. Why they not getting behind you?" The reason why, and it's not my attitude, people. I'm from Philadelphia first and foremost. I know why they don't. Yeah, he's dark. He's definitely darker than me. He's definitely darker than me. But he ain't black, though, he said. He said he ain't black. So the reason why, brother, is the reason why most don't, and a lot of them don't do it, is because they have some type of inferiority or insecurities. That's really what it is. I do this all day. Dead serious. I can do this blindfolded and have this conversation. But again, our people are the problem. So this thing can fall off, die, and niggas will go right back to sleep again. So if y'all would like to support what I do, because it's a lot of work in this, you can go right here to my email, Zelly, PayPal, and Chime. That's why, and I'm open if you want to do a lecture. You know, it's funny because Sadetta asked me would I come to the House of Consciousness, he would pay for my train right up there. I was like, it's up in the air, big, because I'm not even, I'm not even moved to do it, but I am going to do it probably. But I'm not moved to do it. I'm not, because I already know how Sonetta is. But I'm prepared in my mental Rolodex. That would be a crazy ass. That would be crazy going outside of the studio, dude. I ain't gonna lie. That would be crazy, right? But in my brain, I'm not even like, I'm not pushed to do certain things, bro. I'm really not pushed to do it. Now if I had a couple of thousand just fall back and chill, then I'll do it. I did enough walking in Philadelphia, bro. I did enough filming in Philadelphia, and again, people. And the only thing it did was make my heart stronger. You know what I mean? Made me heart healthy. That's it. So we are the problem, so-called black people. Every last person on this feed, somebody's texting me saying, "Why don't everybody on this feed drop $50?" They should. I'm getting DMs. So y'all can do that too if y'all like it. I'm fine.
Or they can be like me and just drop $50 a month.
Yeah, like Will.
$50 easy in a month.
No, they don't want to do it to Sabir. He got all the money in the world, brother. But anyway, this book right here, yo, I can even have a conversation on this. This is Egypt right here. Egypt was called El Fasad. I'm sorry, my book is beat up, y'all. So I read my book. So y'all can Google that too, and then tell me why do people run around calling it ancient black gods of Egypt when Egypt is not a black word? It's Greek. It's Greek. It was called El Fasad. Okay, El Fasad. But you know what's funny? I was talking to my man George on the phone, bro, and you know what happened? You know they hated Noble Drew Ali. The jealousy was so real, right? The jealousy was so real that they had to get rid of Noble Drew Ali. Even Herbert Henry Harrison, anybody that all these dudes that y'all seeing playing dress up, they're not worrying about them niggas. Because you know why? I'm gonna tell you the typical conversation, right? White supremacy, white man's the devil, black man is God. That's the typical conversation with most of these people that y'all see. Make me out of a liar. See, when you study history, right? They hate Noble Drew Ali. Noble Drew Ali was trying to tell our people who we are. We were Moors. And this is why you don't hear none of them talking about us being Moors, bro. You don't hear that. Let me tell you a book. If you never read this book, y'all should get it. I'm gonna help y'all out. Read this book here called The Sacred Drift. If you want it, holla at me. Read this book, The Sacred Drift. Yo, niggas are sellouts all the way around, even amongst y'all kind. At least the Italians have a code, my nigga. At least the Italians got a code. Shit, we not even. You'll hear these black people talk about, brother, we gotta live on code, bro. We gotta be on code, brother. We gotta be on. Nigga, ain't none of them niggas on code. None of these conscious people that y'all watch is on code, B. They're not on code. They're not on code. He said, I'm about to join the Albion to get that fake notes because our kind don't want to spend to learn. No, they don't. I'm with you. But this is a battle, B. Everybody's not built for this. Everybody want to be a YouTube, TikTok, Instagram sensation, my G. And that's what these dudes are doing on social media. That's what they're doing. They don't want truth, B. None of them want truth. So if y'all think that they should hear it, y'all should keep sharing it out to them. I'm in Philadelphia. Let's go. But this book right here, bro, The Sacred Drift, man, they did Noble Drew Ali dirty, bro. That's why I be sitting back. I'm making allies with everybody. The Italians, the Irish, the French nigga. What's up? Because they the ones that open up the doors and be like, what you need? I got you, homie. Like I said, when we was down here today, brother Percy, this was the craziest thing ever when I was down here today. Let me tell you something. When I went to Joey Molino's spot, I don't have to walk and act like, because none of these niggas that y'all seen with security, as soon as you start busting shots at them niggas, they gonna all run. Your security gonna run. I'm gonna keep it real. From your boy Watkins to your niggas that hang around 19 Keys, all the niggas gonna run. Because I don't think they don't even know what a gunshot feel like. That brother in the pink right there, my brother Two Punch Carter, he's the box too. He would tell you the story. Go to his page and hear him what he said about how I was. He'll tell you how I was. And I was telling Joey and them how many times I was shot in Philadelphia. I got bullets in my head, chest, back, arm, nigga. I'm not, listen, I still walk by myself. My brother right there in the green, he would tell you, that's the brother right there. That's my baby brother who was in jail for 20 years. So the key people, I'm a real Philadelphian. I've been around Philly. I haven't even seen Umar Johnson in Philly. I seen his baby mama, but I didn't see him. I seen his baby mama. So that's my man Joey. And if I need him, that nigga go. Listen, I don't know if y'all know about the Philadelphia mob. I really don't know if y'all know, but I think y'all should check out the Black Mafia and check out the Philadelphia mob. Seriously, the Italian mob. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. See, you don't have to let people know what you're doing. You don't have to sit up here and I'm a part of a clique. No, because none of these niggas ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. Believe me, these black conscious people, they're gonna talk a lot. So this is what we like to talk about. You ready? So let's go to the black on black crime for a minute. This is the type of conversation that black people like, brother Percy. Let's go.
Black officers and law enforcement should know better because they're trained. This is not something they should do, but something that goes overlooked, I believe, in the community. We don't talk enough about when black men are killing other black men.
Watch the excuse. Watch the
I agree. Excellent question. Let's deal with this black on black crime. Couple facts right from the gate.
let's deal with those police officers.
Okay.
Some people would say you cannot blame white folks for this because black men did it, but they did it in the name of white supremacy.
Stop. White supremacy is a theory. It's not a fact. Do you see how this works? It's not a fact. It's a theory. It's not a fact. It's a theory. Then he said he worked in the prison system. I know niggas that's in jail. They said they never seen Umar Johnson in no prison. Now watch, I'm gonna show you the lie.
It's not the individual's right to choose. It's the institution that dictates behavior. Why does a black teacher in the public school send your child to special ed when nothing was wrong with him? Or white folks off the hook? Because it was white folks who created the culture. It was white folks who created the system. It was white folks who created the atmosphere. So the black cop that shoots a black man is carrying out the orders of the white power structure.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can't.
Deal with the institution, not the individuals. Now, black on black crime, a big problem. We should be protesting that. That is a major contradiction in the black struggle. However, we must clarify a few things. Most black on black crime, as someone who works in the prisons, okay, works with black males, most of it is politically and economically generated.
He don't work in a prison, people. He don't work in a prison. That's like me saying I still work in the studio. He never worked in a prison, people. Listen up. I want y'all to see the hype.
Most black on black crime, as someone who works in the prisons, okay, works with black males, most of it is politically and economically generated. Let's go back 80 years. Who was the drug dealers and the gangsters? Italians, Irish, Jews. Right here in South Philly, they was gang banging, killing each other, selling dope. Meyer Lansky wasn't an African, but
let me tell you about this. This is why I said the misinformation is so real. Do you know anything about drugs? Do you know that they didn't allow drugs? I'm from South Philly. They said keep that on the other side of the tracks. See, this is the thing that Umar's not a street dude. He's not. They didn't allow drugs, my G. He said drugs. No, the Italian wasn't dealing with drugs. No. No. See, this is the thing. When you can tell, this is why Umar would never want to be in a room with me. Where did the hell that come from? Because if you know the history, the Italians wasn't selling drugs. They was dealing with alcohol. You see how that works? Oh, make me out of line. I'm from South Philly. I can go have a comment. Listen, I swear, I'll talk to Joey Molino about that. Nigga, y'all be tripping. Really? Stop it. Y'all let this dude hype y'all up. And this is what we love. Get him on a hotline and see where did they sell drugs at.
Irish, Jews, right here in South Philly, they was gang banging, killing each other, selling dope. Meyer Lansky wasn't an African. Bugsy Siegel wasn't an African. Lucky Luciano wasn't an African. Al Capone wasn't an African. They
were. Do you know their background? See, this is the thing about dudes like him that make up things, Percy. They were, if you know the history, if you know the Irish people, think about it. The Irish was niggas. The Italian was too. Oh, y'all ain't getting this, bruh. Go get Umar on the hotline. I'll do something with him right in Philadelphia, B. Right in Philly. He's lying.
He did the same thing our boys are doing. You know what the difference is? The United States government in 1940 decided to make Irish, Jews, and Italians white folks. Before 1940, they were not white folks. And then guess what they did after they made them white? And guess what they did after they made them white? Well, you had other immigrants, but they were still whites because they were Anglo-Saxons. What they did was they gave the Irish the police department.
They didn't give it to them. They took that motherfucking nigga.
They gave the Italians the fire departments, and they gave the Jews the civil service, center city job, city hall that they still control to this day. And the courts, they gave them an economic stimulus package. You want to stop black on black crime? You can cut at least 40% of it out overnight. Give these brothers who are fighting and killing each other over turf territory and drugs a livable wage job with benefits so they can raise their children. Whenever we have conversations on black crime, why we never hear anything about economic opportunity? They never talk economics when they talk black men. It's all about we gotta create more prisons and maybe we're not tough enough on crime. Well, maybe they.
Y'all don't even get it, bro. This is pathetic. Honestly, it's really very, very pathetic that he made up this whole I would be questioning. And this is the thing. Most of these people are not really interviewers. I'm from the streets. I can tell you what happened, bro. You just see me where I was at, right? So you think for 1 second I couldn't ask any of them about the drugs? You think I can't? I used to hustle. I know the game. You think I couldn't ask them about it? See, DC said they gave that to them. They didn't give that to them. It's just like everybody else. They protected that shit and they fought like a mother freaking nigga. Niggas, they give a nigga a job and niggas shut up. That's just the reality. Give the niggas a job and the niggas are gonna shut up. Remember that movie? I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Remember that scene?
Yep.
Remember that scene, Percy? When he was in the room, he said, "What happened?" They marched downtown, and he said, "Well," he said, "What happened?" He said, "They came back." He said, "They went down and protest, and they came back with jobs." So all you gotta do is give a nigga a job, and they ain't gonna say nothing. This is why I said this. What I do is very, very hard, people. So I'm great. Eat my food. I'm warming up the stove. I do have a stove. I'm warming up the stove. If y'all want any of those books and any of these conversations, shout out to everybody that came out. Snuff, One Punch, my brother Joy Molino, and my little brother right there. So listen, y'all, I'm in Philly. If you want to talk to me, holler at your boy. I'm open. But if you're going to come at me, you better come with some facts, my G. You better get it together, because I'll keep trying to tell you, you will lose. Don't forget to share and support on the feed, y'all. But one thing I want to say,
Battery full.
you just got to keep it real. Peace. Keep it real, baby.
Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up, baby. Peace, Bruce. Peace, Will.
It ain't easy being a lyrical legend. I ain't the average old schooler. I stay sharp with this lyrical weapon. My main art's in the spiritual section, but some dudes ain't hearing this lesson. So I buckshot with the Smith & Wesson. Clips go into the weapon.
Shout out to the young boy who drew this up in North Philadelphia at the youth center, man.
Got 10 from the West Coast, I'm aiming it into your section. Rep rhymes with a Tech 9 and a 40 Glock. When I'm teaching a lesson, I'll even bring an M1 and leave an impression. A mean one, a clean one, you never seen one. Till I sweep up with the machine.
Keep it real, baby, stay real.
You see them run. First album coupled with the Peter guns. For my peace, love, and unity, I'ma have to steal your funds. Why you be so dumb? You need to run. Look around.
I see you on here, nephew. What's up, nephew? I'm in the city. I got my nephew on the feed.
But the liberty is hot, like when the beats are calm. If you continue to ignore the word, you gonna go through the same field. Rearrange your mind and how you speak out your word. You putting seeds in your brain. Corporation treating you like sheep that like herb. But KRS One stay real. Listen to the teacher as he speaks out the word. You gonna rise if you stay real. Watch this. It ain't easy being a lyrical icon. When I turn my mic on, rappers start shaking like beans when their pipes gone. I'm squeezing the mic like a python. You got it quite wrong. The guru. Step into the arena with the teacher and your life's gone. These rappers are immoral. They right wrong. KRS-One is immortal. His career is quite long. This won't take long. I'm spitting on mics because I'm made for this. Be clear, I spit that miracle, hip-hop lyrical craziness. The bartender, the airbender, I spit, you see the waviness.
Told you I can stay in the hood with the worst of the worst, man. That's the mob deal. Keep trying to tell you, got to keep it real, baby. Philly right here, it's all Philly.
But I'ma stay with this.
All Philly.
The traditional, the lyrical is every day for Chris. I strip these beats down to their neck.
American form of mob.
With this.
I'm gonna show you. Joey, let's go. American former mobster. Keep it real, baby.
Continue to ignore the word. You gotta go through the same deal. Rearrange your mind and how you speak out your word. You putting seeds in your brain. Corporation treating you like sheep that like herb. But KRS-One stay real. Listen to the teacher as he speaks out the word. You gonna rise if you stay real. They know that I'm spitting the truth everywhere. The proof that I'm raising the roof everywhere. Off the top like I don't have any hair. I'm
observe, you might just learn something here. My word is clear. Oh, you forgot? 2245 Uzi and Glock. I don't give a fuck if y'all accuse me or not. First time beings are new to this rock. They ain't never seen what I do to the spot. Salutes all day when I'm cruising the block. True. Fuck if you feel me or not. Don't claim to be a legend if you really are not. I'm real with the rock. Skills are tight. Real hip hop. Keep it real tonight. Got the will to fight. Whether day or night. I stay the right because I stay the light. I'm the fake and the hype, man. I'm cooking and shaking and baking the mic. When I walk in, rappers chatting like they taking a flight. KRS-One, blazing the mic. All right?
Keep trying to tell y'all, I didn't even have to wait for my food in a long line. They just said they took me right to the window here, but the line is around the corner. They said, yo, that's Sabir. Let's get him up in the front. That's my baby brother right there. That's Joey Molino, my brother One Punch Carter, and Little Snuff. Keep trying to tell you, I got to be real, baby. These cats ain't real on social media. Bring them all to the cipher and watch how I knock them down. I'll put my email back up here one more again. Holla. Peace. I got to call my daughter up. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.